Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles 2, where we discuss everything about manifestation, how to become a better version of yourself, how to succeed in your entrepreneurship, how to believe in yourself, and how to ultimately become the stronger, more powerful version of yourself than you've ever been, which is what I refer to as being the golden motherfucking Buddha. Hello, my name is Anna, and I've created Magic and Miracles in order to help people of all walks of life achieve their manifestation goals. If you'd like to be in coaching with me, please understand that you first need to book a 1-hour session so that we can make sure that this is the right match, upon conclusion of which session you are required to book the signature coaching package so we can embark on this journey of 2 to 3 months, which I recommend. If you would like to make the change and the quantum leap that you're thirsty for, whatever it is you're working on right now, if you commit to me 2 to 3 months and we rendezvous 3 times per week, this is mandatory. This is the way I work, at least for the first month, at least for the first 2 months, really. But depending on the situation and the person, and the kind of background and a lot of other things that you're dealing with, the time may vary. However, the first month, as I just mentioned, is mandatory to rendezvous 3 times per week. Why? Because I would love to attack your old belief system head on and really just completely no mercy for the old belief system and completely start restructuring, start questioning it, start really completely reworking it and retuning it. So I operate in a very thorough way. I ask that you come humble, open to my suggestions. Only in this way will you succeed. However, I am meticulous and I am thorough, so expect that we will be covering a lot of your history in the beginning so that I can get to know you, so that we can process a lot of emotions stuck still in your psyche, which keeps you from quantum leaping to another timeline. And of course, upon processing emotions and really re-examining and retuning and fine-tuning, I should say, we proceed then to manifestation. I teach you energy work. I teach you a lot of really golden methods that are infallible. And for the last 10 years that I've been a coach, I've completely reworked it and made it perfect, helping thousands and thousands of people during that time. And these are the methods that will completely take you there. All right. If you have any questions, please email me. The emails are below. So I'm really inspired to record part 2 to how to dismantle a narcissist's game. So we will begin by saying this, okay? Number one thing, as we've established in the first audio, is that these people do not have the same standards. Morally, financially, you name it. They just don't have the same standards. Every narcissist that I personally met is not a deep thinker, is very shallow. They don't have depth. You understand? They're children. If you just, I know you've heard this before, that if you just imagine that the narcissist you're dealing with is a toddler, literally like a 3-year-old, it'll be very beneficial for you because you'll gain a lot of clarity right away. They don't know how to do adulting, okay? They're not mature. I don't care what age they are. They completely stumped their developmental evolvement way back when, for whatever reason. We're not here to explore these reasons. We're here to explore how to dismantle these tactics that, unfortunately, because they are under this delusions, massive delusions of grandeur, of course, the kind of the chances of a narcissist to go to therapy, although I have heard of these cases, again, everybody's on the spectrum, but generally speaking, they don't go to therapy. They don't think anything is wrong with them. And so, unfortunately, there are a lot of people out in the world who suffer from their treatment and from their behavior that completely does not make any sense. So, number one, I think because they don't have the same standard and because they think like little children with the idea of like instant gratification kind of situation, it's very prevalent in a narcissist's mind. It's like, I gotta get mine before they get theirs, or I gotta steal it from somebody, I gotta take it from somebody, I gotta copy somebody to be of value. Okay, they don't know how to produce it themselves. All right, they don't know how to feel important or valued on their own because they themselves have never explored the inner workings of their mind and never confronted their demons. They live with demons 24/7. Okay, so because of this, their number one solution, if you will, quote unquote, to getting their way, to getting their instant gratification is obviously not intelligence, because they're not intelligent. They're really, really stupid because they're really short-sighted. They don't realize that to get the instant gratification, first of all, only works for so long. Secondly, the way you get your instant gratification matters a lot. So if you're stealing, cheating, lying, manipulating, hurting somebody, that will only last that long, if at all. And there are heavy-duty consequences for this in our society. So they completely don't understand these kind of standards that you and I understand. The people who have, don't have this mental disease, let's just say. And so their tactics, one of their tactics, which is really prevalent, and I've experienced it myself, is to create an entirely fabricated narrative of their own that completely does not have any reality to it. Let's just put it this way. I know we're in manifestation kind of like community, whatever that fucking is. I don't think there's any community. I think everybody's for themselves, and I think a lot of people are full of shit, but that's beside the point. I think very few people actually understand how to do this work, and, they don't scream on top of the lungs, you know what I mean? Like, and they don't purchase subscribers and purchase comments like a lot of coaches do, which is disgusting and obvious to everybody but them, So it depends on like why they're getting into even coaching, which the prevalence again is that they want to be important in quotation for their own personal gain. Not because they want to do good in the world, not at all. And so one of their tactics is to create this narrative that absolutely has no basis in reality. None. Zero would be the number. And thus creating confusion, maybe in your mind, especially in your mind, trying to do that. But most importantly, around, in the circle that you operate and in the community that you operate or whatever, in the neighborhood that you live in, etc., etc. They want to so badly to make you look bad because chances are you figured them out. Okay, if you're an empath, you figured them out, you see them, okay, like an x-ray vision you have. That's a fucking narcissist. I see you from over here, I can smell you from over here, okay, your evil fucking ways, they're disgusting, and I can see them from over fucking here. They hate that shit. They hate that they could not fool you. Again, in their like really toxic, childish mind, they have this delusions of grandeur that they can fool people. I mean, can you imagine? Yeah, maybe for a little bit they could. Just for a little bit though. Because eventually and inevitably so, again, people are not stupid. People are super fucking smart, especially those people who have encountered their own narcissist before. And now they see another one who's yet again running this game of creating a fake narrative, creating the confusion. And I feel like if you're going through a situation like this, I think it's important to understand that their narrative will only backfire on them. At some point, the people will demand what now people in popular culture call receipts, proof. Can you show me some fucking proof? And they will swear up and down that they have proof, and that they've seen something. They have no proof. There is nothing there. It's empty. That story is completely fabricated. And they know it. Now, here's the thing. They know the story isn't real. But at some point, they get into this fake facade and fake role so much. It's almost like they start to believe it, which is scary. This is where the mental disease exposes itself, in my opinion, and is backed up by science. Because if you talk, let's just say, for example, to somebody who has, I don't know, some kind of a disorder, let's just say OCD. I know it's not an equivalent to, narcissistic disorder, but an OCD person, right? They understand they have a disorder. They understand that this is not normal to feel this anxious or to have these intrusive thoughts or to want to try to fix everything, 24,000 times a day. They know that. They're suffering inside because they know that this is not normal. A narcissist doesn't have this reference towards reality. They think they're the normal one and everybody else is not normal. This is how screwed up they're in their head. But I'm telling you the truth here. And so in their mind, they know the story isn't real, but somehow they delusion themselves into it so much that at some point they fuse with this delusion. And now the scary shit for them, the people around them will realize it, like I said, in a very short period of time. Whether or not this person has the strength and the courage to confront them or to walk out on them or to whatever, disconnect from them is another story. But people pick up on this shit right away. Nobody's fooled in that sense. And so they're so tone deaf that they continue reciting this story to your coworkers, to the people, you both know, or to, I've had, one of my ex-husbands went out of his way to tell all of our friends, mutual friends that is, what a horrible person I was and this and that and the other. And, some of them believed those atrocious lies, but those are the people that I disconnected from like a long time ago. I had no contact with them, and some of them were just like, what the fuck are you even talking about? You are delusional. Oh, they don't like that. They don't like when people call them out. Oh, they hate that shit. This is the narcissistic injury and the rage when it comes in that, oh, I'm very bad at fooling people. I'm not a good actor. I'm not a good actress. I better kind of like goose it up a little more and come out in beast mode. So all the while, mind you, they fully understand that this is wrong, that this is fucked up, that this is bullshit, that this is simply not true. All to, drum roll, to get money, to extort money. Okay, my ex-husband did this. Certainly narcissists are notorious, okay? Notorious. With extortion, with blackmail, you name it. They want that money. They want that prestige. They want that recognition, in quotation. Which they are so fucking stupid. They don't even understand that even if, let's just say, okay, such a case presented itself and they were able to extort the money, the position, the power, and this and that, they're so fucking fucked up in their head that they actually think it's gonna last. That the whole world is not gonna laugh at them, understanding completely how they got into this position. Again, people are not stupid. They are stupid, but the world is not stupid. And so because they think from this like 3-year-old toddler's mind, they don't understand that people are not stupid. And they're the only one completely just deranged, as it were. They try the tactics on other people that they hope to manipulate or extort anything out of. They try the tactics that they think would have worked on them. Are you listening, class? This is so important because I had to learn this the hard way with the narcissist in my life. They try everything that they project on you, everything that they say to you or about you, behind your back, etc., etc. It is actually about them. They're talking about themselves. They're talking about themselves. If you listen closely to a narcissist smear campaign or anything that they say to you to try to discombobulate you, to anger you, to, kind of like make you unstable, that's what would have worked on them because they're talking about themselves. Period. The fucking end. If you listen closely enough, it will be evident to you the struggles that they're facing themselves, because you know who you are. I mean, hopefully, right? If you're still in this dazed and confused phase, understand that this is what they're banking on. This is what they're planning on. For you to be so fucking confused, not to completely lose connection with your higher self, with the universal truth, which is always there, always available, either in the form of signs, in the form of a human being who's telling you otherwise, whatever, you know what I mean? Or this audio that you stumbled upon. But their objective is to dominate with their toxic, disgusting energy. And you know what I'm talking about because they're fucking disgusting. That toxic, completely insidious, just dark, gross energy that they're operating from. If you listen closely enough, they will reveal to you how poorly they actually think of themselves, how absolutely catastrophically down in life they are, and all that fucking jazz. You know who you are, okay? You know that you're a good person. You know none of these things are true. At least I hope, like I said. And so you're looking at them. If you're a strong individual, and if you're not, come into my coaching, I'll fucking take you there. I promise you. If you're struggling with a narcissist right now in your life, whether that's a divorce or whatever the fuck it is, the number one thing is to stabilize yourself, your emotions, your mental health, all of that shit. The minute that you do, they will go fucking crazy. In a good meaning, they will lose their shit. They will lose the game completely because the only thing they're banking on, again, is on your confusion, other people's confusion, that people will believe their lies. It's never going to happen. Inevitably, everything is exposed. They expose themselves by the way they're talking about other people, or by the way they're talking about you. People are telling them, why the fuck are you still talking badly about this person? They haven't done anything bad to you. So they're exposing themselves in the process. But believe me when I tell you, when you listen closely, if you are confused right now and you're dealing with this fucked up narcissist who's trying to, cause you really just emotional distress, as it were. And I really do hope you sue the shit out of them if that's the case, because they really do deserve, to have a number done on them just like the way they did it on you. At least get paid for your pain, right? So, but believe me when I'm telling you what they're saying about you, if you listen closely, if you want to know what's really going on in their life, just listen to what they're saying about you, what they're trying to project. They don't know your life. In most cases, or I should say in some cases, you're disconnected from this person in that you're not living with them. Or maybe you are and they don't really care to find out what's going on inside your world. In other words, they don't know you the way you know yourself. They don't know how fucking strong you are. They're still operating from that 3-year-old childlike fucking bullshit mentality that they could rule the world by lies. And you're looking at them like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, this is what you occupy your time with? Instead of going to therapy and taking care of your life, don't you know an honest way to live? Or, when people work hard, don't you understand that part? They don't want to work hard. They want to steal somebody else's ideas. They want to copy. They want to threaten. They want to harass. They want to discombobulate some other person so that they can take something from them. They're really just, parasites, as it were. Understand in this case, if you're confused, you need to reconnect with your higher self and ask yourself, are these things that they're saying about me true? Just if you're that confused at this point, they're not. Okay, who are these things about? About them. And now start recalibrating your confidence, recalibrating your energy towards, okay, what do I see as a solution here? And believe me, the solution is far simpler than you can imagine. And this is what I really want to come to. They want to present the situation. Again, maybe it's a lawsuit, maybe it's a divorce, maybe it's some kind of other situation. They want to make it look like this is an impossible situation that will go on forever unless you do as they say, unless you do as they want you to do. No, it's not. Oh, okay. In my experience, when that was presented to me, I was like, oh, really? And, it always ends up badly for them because it ends up in threats, extortion, blackmail, harassment, all of that shit, which inevitably leads to criminal situations that are dealt with in a different way. No more talking is being done, okay? They don't want you to find out that you're stronger than them in the situation. They don't want you to find out that you, in fact, have all the motherfucking power and always did. They created this confusion on purpose to shake your confidence, to discombobulate you, to anger you, to again, for you to lose contact with your higher self. Ain't that some shit? Good luck, narcissists. I'm coming after you, darling. With this audio, because I am going to help people to dismantle your sick, demented games. It doesn't work anymore because more people are aware of what the fuck it is you're doing. Whenever you muster up that courage and confidence and you stand up to that stupid ass narcissist, they will lose their motherfucking shit because they will realize that all of that theater that they've created, all of this shenanigans and all of this dark voodoo bullshit that they've created around your name, around your business, around your whatever, okay, you're dealing with, is nothing but smoke. It's just like, pff, here you go. Like that. They bank and plan on you never to understand you have all the power in this situation, that you could come out of the situation like 1, 2, 3. They're banking entirely on one thing and one thing only, for you to be so emotionally discombobulated, you never see the light at the end of the tunnel. And you never realize that the solution is actually standing up to them and not giving a flying fuck about what they say, but just doing what is necessary to do the right thing by you, okay? You muster up that courage, you muster up that confidence that was always there. And believe me, parenthesis here, listen, narcissists, as nasty and pathetic as they are really good teachers. To never lose the connection with your higher self, to be strong, to be powerful, to stand up for yourself, and to really love yourself. And when you have that and you encounter a narcissist, you will be laughing your ass off because you will know exactly the script that they're operating from. You won't be that confused. You will enjoy the process of dismantling their game. You'll be like, been there, done there, bitch. Bring it on. Let's get you taken care of. You think this is my first rodeo? Oh my God, you're so confused. I've been there, done that, been around the block, darling. Been around the block. But get up and muster up that courage and be like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. I'm not putting up with this shit anymore. I'm going to do what's right for me. For me, for my life, yeah, for my well-being, for my mental health, for my relationship, for my business, for my this, that, any other, whatever the fuck I please and need. And they will start going crazy. And now, like I said, their tactics are backfiring on them, reversing completely. Everything they've done to you is being sent back to sender. Okay, complete that nasty energy, those tactics, everything, the smear campaign, all of that, it will blow up in their face just like they wanted for you to experience that. The only thing you have to remember is that you are the golden Buddha, that you are strong, you are powerful, and you are supposed to be living a healthy, happy life. Not the kind that they're imposing on you. Their imposition is entirely speaks, like whatever they do, whatever they say, whatever they think that should happen, that's their distorted, dark ass world. You don't want none of this shit. That's for them to deal with, not for you. What a fucking inconvenience and imposition. Here, I'm in pain. I'm speaking for the crazy narcissist. I don't know how to take care of myself. I'm this completely fucked up person. Here, you deal with me. No thanks. No thanks. What am I? Your Mother Teresa? Fuck you. No way. No fucking way. No way. I'm taking back my power and I'm gonna laugh at you all the way to the bank because I know I'm the golden Buddha. You should say, I know I'm the golden Buddha. You didn't shake me. You exposed yourself. Thank you very much. Now the whole world can see what a loser you are. And you should. You know what? You should. You know why? Honestly, whenever I encounter a narcissist, I feel it's my duty to expose them, to talk about it, to really let people know this person is not okay, so that I can prevent other people being hurt. Not just you, darling, who's listening and who's taking notes, but other people that they've hurt before you. You think that you're, the first person that they've hurt? No, oh no. They have a lot of people under their belt, a lot of crimes under their belt, all that shitty history that they've, don't want you to find out. But scratch the surface and it's there kind of situation. And I feel like it's my duty to put an end to that, for them to get a wake-up call. At the very least, get so fucking depressed that their little concoction didn't work, to go away and sit somewhere in a little dark corner and not bother healthy-minded people. And I think you owe this to yourself. This revolution in your life needs to take place where you don't take anybody's shit, much less a narcissist who's trying so hard, again, to push the narrative on you and to push their own pain on you. Who said you could do that? No way. No way. They'd rather you be quiet. They'd rather you put up with their shit. They'd rather you put up with their abuse. No fucking way. No fucking way. Speak up and act on your decision now. If you want to start leading a healthy life without this fucking narcissist, you gotta really start reconnecting with the higher self. And the higher self is for your improvement, for your self-expression, and for you to be able to stand up for yourself, thus loving yourself. You're gonna feel so much fucking better and your life will transform in ways you cannot imagine right now. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me again is below. Until next time, ciao ciao.